4 truths about love so you can finally experience the love you've always dreamed of having. Number 1, love is not a feeling. It's a resonance. A feeling is something you experience, but resonance is something you know. So have you ever had those experiences where you met someone and suddenly you just know, and you don't know how, no prior awareness of who this person is or who this person was, but all of a sudden you just know you've met them before or you've known them previously. There's this deep knowing, and we can actually speak about it like it is a feeling, but it's just this deep knowing, like, I know you. Have I met you somewhere? It's happened twice in my life. And the first time with a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine, came into a little girl party that we were having. I was showing up for a friend of mine. And when I first said hello to this friend of mine, I even said to her, I'm like, I really like you. And she's like, I really like you too. And it was shortly after that I was like, I know you. She's like, I think I know you too. And we had never met each other prior to. But if you're on this channel or you're catching me, you likely understand and believe in past lives. And if you don't believe in past lives and or reincarnation, at the very least, you believe in spirit world or lives before our life or in the spirit realm. Resonance can be something of knowing that other soul, whether it's again from the spirit world or in physical incarnation. So that would be something like a resonance, right? It's not a sudden feeling in my gut, though those also matter as well. But because resonance comes from the depths of who we are, that becomes the knowing in which what love really is. Which brings me to the second point, is that love is not something you acquire. It's what you already are. And you've probably heard this before on YouTube videos, or maybe you've read it in books or lectures, etc. But the truth of it is, if you study NDE, so near-death experiences, or out-of-body experiencers, or those of us who speak to spirit, you hear over and over and over again, is that love is the essence of you. It's the essence of the universe. It's the essence of God, and every being throughout the cosmos and throughout the universe is connected by and is in essence love itself. It's not something that we have to get. It's not something we have to find. It's something we have to remember is actually who we are. And that is coming into that resonance in ourselves. That is a crucial step in understanding and or attracting the very things you want to experience in your life, is knowing what you already are first. 3, love is all there is. Everything else is an illusion. And it's hard for us to really, feel into that and resonate with that, right? When we know the atrocities that are happening on this planet, the perpetrators, the crimes, the pure evil that is occurring on this planet makes it so hard for us to understand that it's an illusion to be out of love. And that is what this earth realm is primarily about. The illusion, the separation from God, the separation from love. To be so far removed from it that you forget who and what you are. And that illusion creates fear. And all of those perpetrations and all those things that are occurring on this planet are by people or entities or beings, however you want to see it, or all the above, who have stepped out of who they really are and are operating in fear. And in fear, they are only trying to grasp on and try to find love again. And they're doing it in misguided, deeply inappropriate ways. But everything from the worst thing that could possibly happen to a being or human on this planet, all the way up to the best thing that could happen on this planet, we are all searching for love in it. Everything in between. Everyone's trying to come back into that alignment Why are people so, want that illusion of feeling so great in a relationship and then to get it and then to suddenly fall out of it? Well, why does that happen? Why do relationships go down or fail? Obviously, it's a complicated situation, but what do we forget about ourselves? We attract, and we hear this all the time, right? And if you haven't before, the divine mirror in everyone around us is that reflection of who we really are, right? And if somebody triggers us, it's the part of ourselves in fear or illusion that we have an opportunity to look at. And if in relation to other people, whether it's romantic or friendship or parental or anything of the above, it's our opportunity to look at how is this fear or illusion reminding me, or how is this showing me where I'm not operating in love? And spending time on that, spending time in our shadow to understand what we have pushed or compartmentalized in order to feel safe, to protect ourselves from the pain that we don't want to experience. But when we work on that pain and we work on those triggers and we bring those back into alignment and heal oneself and remother ourselves and work on our nervous systems and work on our triggers, and when they come up, how to re-regulate ourselves. Those are the things that bring our bodies back in alignment and then therefore bring us back into alignment with ourselves. And as we do that and we grow in love for ourselves, we will resonate at a higher frequency. Therefore, become into that resonance of attracting like-minded individuals, both romantic and otherwise, that will be resonant on the same level as us. And that next level of evolution and growth will be around those people as you grow. And that's why relationships fall off. If you're willing to release what you know no longer serves you. And that term is even in and of itself a little jarring, right? No longer serves us. It sounds so selfish, but really what it's about is it no longer is a match to who you are, because you've done the healing work to where you know that your worth is so much greater than the level in which the other person in the relationship is operating at. And if you've shown up for yourself in love and you've done that work and the other person cannot meet you or match you in that energy, then those are moments that you've got to ask yourself, is this really worth staying in? Am I losing myself in this? Is my energy being drained? Am I going down? That is an indication that it's no longer resonant and therefore needs to be looked at being released. Okay, and number 4, which I just started to speak of, when you know your worth, love will find you. And it's the age-old thing we hear, self-love, right? When we really come into the alignment with ourselves, we will attract a similar vibration to us or similar resonance to us. And that is so crucial if we want to experience that kind of next level love. But the trick with this is remembering again that love is not external. This is one of the greatest things I ever heard when I was working with clients and speaking to spirit when I'm tuning in. When I'd have people come to me and say, why am I in so much pain, but why did I attract this person in my life? And again, hearing from them would be, this is a mirror to those wounds. And then hearing another client come to me and experiencing this immense amount of energetic overflow from her heart, from her body, from her, all her chakra system. And what spirit would say, and I've heard many times over, was, this is a divine mirror to who she really is, or who they really are. And again, that reflection. So you will come into those. And sometimes the divine appointments of having an awakening during life are something that has been either predetermined or part of the experiences that you wanted to experience when you come in down. So sometimes those things are put on our path in order to awaken us up. And they are divine appointments, so soulmates on some level, right, that come in and do that. And it doesn't always mean you're going to be with them for a lifetime, and sometimes it means you will. But that's just based on your particular soul plan. And those can change as well. You can change how you show up, right? That's what free will is about. But some of those divine appointments, i.e., destiny points, will show up in order to wake you up and remind you of who you really are. And because of what we're moving into, because we're in a path and choice point right now where the world is splitting, and I mean that energetically, that we have a path of fear and a path of love. And those getting on the path of love, these understandings about love are crucial right now to yourself, to your own development, because they are the key and foundation to everything you do. If you know who you are and you resonate on that deeper level of purity, of love, you will make choices and feel into the choices right now that will lead you onto the path of love for the coming years. And those of us who are afraid and need someone outside of ourselves to complete us or to save us or to hand us money to do the work are going to find themselves in a victim circumstance that may need an authority figure to come in and save. And those are the points that we're looking at. So understanding these points about love will lead us in alignment to soul tribe, to soulmates, to loves who are just on that same resonant level. And then we can experience the love we've always wanted to. If you like this content, I'm just going to ask, please help me. I am a newer creator on this platform, and I have been so excited to start, and here I am. I would love for you to join me. If you could subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. But at the very least, please come in. The greatest thing that I want to create from this is community. I've always been huge on having people of like-minded around me, and that we can create a space for safety and for resonance. And so we will create that, and that is what I am building, and that is where my intention is. So please join me if you feel in that resonance of who I am, and you know you're supposed to be here. I invite you, and I'm excited to meet you.